everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the start of another reading vlog. It is currently Thursday the 28th of September when I'm starting this vlog, so we do not have a lot of days left in the month and I am currently in the middle of 3 books. My original plan was to have all of those finished by the time we end the month because I do really like to go into a new month with a clean start. However, that is not looking entirely possible now, so the new plan is to have these finished by the end of the weekend, which means we'll only be 2 days into October by the time I actually start my October TBR, so I'll only have gone a day over. It really could be worse. So that is the plan for this vlog. Why don't I sit you down and we'll talk about the books that I am hoping to finish. Alright, so the first book I am currently reading is Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. I am currently on page 101 of this book, which I'm pretty sure is the page I was on the last time I spoke to you about this book. I started this 2 weeks ago. I read the 100 pages in one sitting, one Friday night. I was really enjoying it, but I just haven't picked it up since. That is nothing to do with this book. I've just been in a major reading slump for the past like a week and a half and I haven't really read anything, to be honest. But this one is perfect for the current season. It is giving all the cozy fantasy vibes, very low stakes, a very easy, charming, calming read. So I'm really looking forward to getting back into this one. I am hoping that either Saturday or Sunday is going to be like a really gloomy, rainy day and I can just cozy up with this book and binge read the rest of it because I do think that it would just be the perfect way to spend my weekend. I'm not too worried about finishing this one because, like I said, it is a really easy read. So if I could just sort of like get into it again, get lost in it, it should just fly by. I then also have an ebook that I am currently reading, which is The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead. Again, I think I've mentioned this in the last couple of vlogs because I have been reading this one for quite a while now, but not actively reading it. So I read the first 16% again in one sitting and I did not read anything else after that for like a good 3 or 4 weeks. I feel like I've been reading this book for about a month, but I did pick it up again last night and I got to the 50% mark. I really got sucked in. I'm really enjoying it. Just cozied up in bed and binge read up until the 50% mark. So my plan is to hopefully finish this one tonight. I'm thinking my Thursday evening is literally just going to be me chilling out and reading the rest of this book because I was absolutely loving it last night. I need to know what is going to happen next. This one is so different from the last Ashley Winstead book I read, which was In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. This one just feels like much higher stakes. It is much darker. I think if no one had told me this was the same author, I wouldn't have been able to tell. I feel like it's just a very different style of book. It's a very different tone. This one has trigger warnings galore, whereas In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, yes, it was a thriller, but it was a lot more, I don't know, it felt less tense to me and like less high stakes, whereas this one is like really dark and gritty and honestly can be a little bit difficult to read it sometimes because of the subject matter, but I am definitely enjoying it. We're really getting into it now. I had said before that I was pretty sure this had a cult element to it, but I hadn't got to that part when I was at the 16% mark. We are definitely in the cult aspect now and it is so interesting. I don't know why I find cult things so interesting, and I've said this before, but I haven't really read many books with a cult aspect, but I always love it when it comes up in like a thriller movie or a thriller TV show. So if you have any good cult thriller books in mind, please do leave me recommendations down below because I definitely want to read some more of those now. So yeah, hopefully finishing that one off tonight. And the last book I'm currently reading is another thriller actually. This is an audiobook which I have been keeping a steady pace with, I'd say. I've been listening to this one while I have been doing my hot girl walks. I am trying to get back into doing like a little 45-minute walk as daily as possible. There have been days missed just depending on how I'm feeling, but I do really want to get out, get fresh air and do what I can for both my physical and mental health. And my favourite thing to do while I'm doing that is listen to an audiobook. So I have started I Know Who You Are by Alice Feeney and I'm currently 58% of the way through this one. I think I've only got like a couple of hours left at 2 times speed. So this one shouldn't be too difficult to finish this week either. Again, this one feels very different to Alice Feeney's previous books, but then I also kind of feel that this is the third book I've read by Alice Feeney and I do feel like each one has been very different. All of them amazing. I absolutely love her writing. The first one I read was Rock Paper Scissors, which is one of my favourite thrillers of all time, and that has such a creepy, eerie, almost like is it supernatural, is it not sort of aspect to it. The next one I read was His and Hers and I listened to the audiobook for that one. That one was more of like a British gritty police investigation type thing. It really reminded me me of a Harlan Coben Netflix adaptation. I haven't actually read any Harlan Coben books, but all of the adaptations that are put on Netflix I have absolutely loved. And to be honest, I could be comparing this because the male narrator for His and Hers was Richard Armitage, and he is in a lot of the Harlan Coben Netflix adaptations, and I love him. I absolutely love him as an actor. I love his voice, so I really enjoyed listening to that one. And then this one that I'm reading now I feel like is a lot darker. Again, trigger warnings galore. We've had domestic abuse, child abduction, rape, lots of trigger warnings, so please do look those up before picking this one up. But I am really enjoying it. There have been a couple of scenes that have even sort of turned my stomach a little bit, and usually I'm quite good with like gore and disturbing content, which I am. I'm absolutely fine. I'm really enjoying it, but it has been difficult to listen to at times. So yeah, that one should hopefully be finished over the course of the weekend as well. Again, I would like to get a couple of walks in at the weekend so I can listen to more then. I also have my diamond painting, which I am quickly approaching the end of, so hopefully I can just get myself sorted and listen to some more of that audiobook while finishing off the diamond painting. So it feels like I've got a lot to read, but at the same time I do think it's definitely doable. At the end of the day, I've got like 3 halves of books, so that's like 1.5 books. That's definitely doable within the next 4 days. And I'm really excited about reading all of these books. I'm really enjoying them all so far. In terms of my plans for the weekend, the only plan we really have is tomorrow, Friday evening. Once we finish work, Jordan and I are driving back to Fife because we're going to a pub quiz with my family, which should be a lot of fun. And we will then be driving back on Saturday as early as possible, really like sort of by lunchtime, just so we can get ourselves sorted and situated for the weekend. Jordan wants to watch the golf. I want to do a lot of reading and be productive. So it should be a productive vlog. I'm excited. I do need to get back to work now, but before I do, I just want to quickly show you something very exciting that I received in the mail. So the lovely people over at Hey Happiness actually contacted me about their gorgeous jewellery and sent me across a couple of pieces which I am absolutely obsessed with. First of all, can we just talk about how beautiful the packaging is? So first of all, I have this one here. Let's just like, this is stunning. I am obsessed with this packaging. Oh, I had that wrong way around, I think. But this one here, so first of all I got these stunning earrings which I think are going to be my new obsession. Over the last year or so I've been wearing a lot of gold jewellery, but I have really wanted to sort of switch over and make sure I've got some silver pieces and some gold pieces, especially because the 2 pieces of jewellery that I wear every day, which are my nose ring and my piercing up here, are silver, so I kind of mix and match, but it'd be nice to like have everything match sometimes. So the first things I bought are these gorgeous moon earrings. Honestly, they are stunning. I will do some close-ups so you can see them properly. You can kind of see them here. I have worn these a few times already and I absolutely love them. They are so comfortable to wear. I haven't had any issues with them at all, and I think they're a really nice size as well. I also have this one here, again in this beautiful packaging. This one just this little baby pink, and this is gold, so I got a little mix and match, but I really wanted just a really simple gold chain to wear just with like a black top. I don't know why, I just think it's so pretty when you see someone wearing like a black t-shirt and then this simple gold chain. So that's what we went for. Just super simple but super stunning in my opinion. Definitely a very staple piece, and I am so happy with these. I cannot wait. I think I'll be wearing them both a lot. So I will of course leave a link down below so you guys could check Hey Happiness out and the products that I've just talked about, and there will also be a discount code as well if you want to get some money off your order. Highly recommend. I've been so happy with these products so far, and I really hope you guys will be too. So that is us for now. I'm going to head back to work and I will give you an update as soon as I have done some sort of reading. Guys, I'm still working, but I thought you should know that the hoodie is on because it is freaking freezing in this flat, and we refuse to put the heating on quite yet. We're trying to hold out until November. We'll see if that lasts, but the hoodie has officially been cracked out. It is officially autumn. guys. Hi guys, happy Saturday. I am currently in my bed feeling a little bit sorry for myself because I had a few too many beers last night. That was not supposed to be the case. This was supposed to be a productive day, but you know, these things happen. So I am just chilling out right now, but I thought I'd give you a little reading update because I did end up finishing The Last Housewife on Thursday night. I flew through the second half of this book. Maddie and I were on sprints, as we often do, myself, Maddie and Christy, throughout the week, and honestly I just got into the groove. The last time I spoke to you I had read like a huge chunk of this on Wednesday night and I just got sucked in, and because I was at that point, I do find a lot of time with a thriller, once you get to the second half you tend to read it faster because usually the pace is going up, there's things being revealed to keep it exciting, you feel sort of on the edge of your seat, you're looking forward to finding out how everything wraps up. So yeah, flew through the end of this one and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I did really enjoy this one. I absolutely loved the format of this book because all of the transcripts from the podcast are slotted in throughout, and I'm just a sucker for that whenever I read books with like multimedia aspects, and especially podcast transcripts. I love a thriller with podcast transcripts in it. I don't know why, there's something about the podcast element which, to be honest, recently seems to have been on like a little bit of a kick. I feel like there's a lot more coming out, but I'm a sucker for it, so I really enjoy it. I absolutely loved the feminine rage in this book. Right from the beginning there is a lot of feminist discussion, just lots of commentary on women's lives and how women are treated, and the way that that continues throughout, and the way that that sort of like intermingles with the storyline and the points that Ashley Winstead is able to make because of it. I loved it. Kind of in that sense gave me they never learn the Lane Fargo book. It kind of gave me that sort of vibe. It had the same sort of feminine rage aspect, and I love me some feminine rage. And as I said before, I just found the cult aspects of this book so interesting, and again the way that Ashley Winstead wrote that I thought was so smart. The way that the leaders of this cult can manipulate anything, like including scripture, politics, anything they hear, they can manipulate it for their own ends and brainwash people. And I think Ashley Winstead does such a good job of getting across like how that is done and how people can be brainwashed and not understand that they're victims to it. The level of indoctrination is just crazy. I think that's why I always find documentaries about cults so interesting as well. There's just something about that aspect of like what people can do to someone else's mind with words and other sorts of conditioning. It's absolutely crazy to me, but I find it so interesting. So yeah, really enjoyed this book. 4 out of 5 stars. So happy that I finally finished it, because when I went on Goodreads to rate it I realised that I had started this book I think like the 3rd of September or something, so I've basically been reading this book for a whole month, which is ridiculous. So I'm so glad to have finished it and to have actually enjoyed it. I always worry that if I've been reading a book for too long that'll detract from my enjoyment, because a lot of time when I do that it's nothing to do with the book, it's just me. But thankfully, because I'd only read like 16% beforehand, I really basically had like the most of the book to go. So it was all good, very much enjoyed it. So of course I still have 2 books left to read for this weekend. I have Legends and Lattes, and then I also have I Know Who You Are, my audiobook. I'm not sure if I'm going to get any reading done today, and tomorrow I do also really need to film my October TBR, so we'll see how successful I'm going to be. I still feel positive about it. I still feel like I can get all this reading done, but a little less positive than I was at the beginning of the week. But right now I have got Netflix on because I completely forgot that the new episodes of Love is Blind went live yesterday, so I'm about to binge watch those because the new season, I am loving it. Love is Blind is one of those shows that I always seem to start and not finish, so I don't think I've finished like the last 2 series, maybe 3. It's just something about once they get to the part where they move in together, I end up getting bored and I don't finish it off. So most of the time I don't even know like who made it and who did it. But I'm determined to watch them all this time and I'm really enjoying it so far. There's been a lot of drama. I do feel like with Love is Blind it's like any other reality show. Like they start off as this like real experiment and the people are going on to really find love. But we're already at the point where that might be partly the case, but also I feel like the majority of these people are going on because they know if they make it to the like engagement stage, they're most likely going to get a good following out of it, which is basically all Love Island is these days, so that's one of the reasons I kind of struggle with that one now. But nonetheless, I am loving the reality TV drama. I've not actually watched a lot of reality TV recently, and I'm really enjoying it again. I feel like it's such an escape, which is one of the reasons I love reading, because it just transports me to another world. But when you're not feeling too good and you don't really want to read, reality TV is definitely another good option. So I'm just going to stay here probably in this exact spot and binge watch these episodes. Very productive. Guys, we ordered Chinese and I am absolutely buzzing to dig into all of this food and watching Love is Blind. Good morning, happy Sunday. Please excuse my hair. I am just letting it air dry while I get ready to film. I'm gonna go ahead and film my October TBR today, which I am super excited about, as always. I do not have a reading update for you because, like I said, I was not feeling the greatest yesterday, so I did just stay in bed and watch Netflix all night, eat my snacks, eat my Chinese. It was a really good time, I have no regrets. But what I do have is a couple of fairyloot parcels that I came home to yesterday, so I thought I would go ahead and unbox these for you guys just now. So first of all, I think this must be a special edition. I'm not entirely sure which one it is. As I've said to you guys before, I do work for fairyloot, and one of the absolutely amazing perks of the job is that I do get sent these books. But as I say every time, I would be spending my money on these even if I didn't work for them, because I love fairyloot so much and I love their editions so much, so there's no way I could not have them in my life. Oh my god, I didn't realise that's what this was going to be. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I'm kind of freaking out right now. I did not know that this was going to be here quite as soon as it is. I thought I would be waiting for this one a little bit longer. But it is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I have been dying to get my hands on this book for so long. Because I knew I was getting the fairyloot edition, I didn't want to go ahead and buy a different edition. I'm not the sort of person that collects multiple editions of books, so I've been waiting for this to be here with me finally at its home, and I'm so excited to finally tear into this book. Oh my god, I've heard nothing but amazing things about Fourth Wing. Honestly, I don't think I really need to say any more. I think everyone, if they're in the book community at all, has heard of this book at this point because it has been absolutely everywhere. I just cannot wait to dig in. Oh my god, look at the edges. They are so stunning. The foiling. I cannot with that foiling. Oh my god, it's stunning. Okay, fangirling moment over. I'm so sad because my October TBR, I'm trying to make it as spooky as possible. I've even like revamped the wheel for mostly spooky prompts so that I can have like a proper October spooky season TBR. This one's not really going to fit in with that, so this might have to just be read. I mean, it might have to be read in November because I really do want to have a spooky month. We'll see. We'll see if I can exert any sort of willpower. And then this second parcel, I believe, is the September YA box. Oh my god, it would help if I could get into it. Oh my god, I see a blanket. I immediately see a blanket. I freaking love a blanket. Okay, this looks exciting. Okay, where's the spoiler card so I actually tell you what? Oh my god, right. It's so funny to me that I actually managed to keep all of these things as spoiler free as possible. Like, obviously I work for fairyloot, so it's hard to like keep all the items secret sometimes, but this month I seem to have managed it and I am shook. So the first item we have is this blanket, which is inspired by a Darker Shade of Magic series by V.E. Schwab, which I really need to read. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I know this. I'm gonna open it up so we can see what it looks like because it's so soft. I freaking love fairyloot blankets. Oh my god, right. I'm gonna stand up so you can actually see it. This is the blanket. I hope that you can actually see that properly. I mean, it doesn't really mean much to me right now because I haven't read the books yet, but I can tell you it's super soft and cozy and I cannot wait to curl up with it while I'm reading. The next item we have is an enamel pin, the Raven pin by No One Designs. Oh, this is also stunning, and this is inspired by the Raven Cycle series by Maggie Stiefvater. Again, I absolutely love fairyloot pens. I really need to get my hands on, I can't even remember what they're called, but like the things that people get that they put all their pens on, because I am amassing quite a collection of pens, but I don't know what to do with them. So I need somewhere to put them. Maybe that's something I can find on Etsy. If you know what I'm talking about, what it's called, please tell me, because the word has gone completely out of my head. Okay, I'm sorry if the angle has slightly changed. My camera was running out of battery, so I had to just quickly delete some things. But the next item, where is my spoiler card gone? Here. The next item is a reading light. A freaking reading light. I have been really tempted to buy one of these myself. So the fact that I have just got this in a fairyloot box, it's like they read my mind. They just knew. Let me have a look at, oh my god. This is so freaking cool. Oh my god, and it says one more chapter along the top. How cute is this? I'm assuming I'll need to put a battery in it. Yeah, it needs a AAA battery, but then I'm pretty sure these are the ones like, yeah, you like put it on the page, don't you? You turn it on and it like illuminates the page for you, which would be amazing because sometimes I really want to read when Jordan's gone to sleep, and then I could use this and I won't bother him at all. That's freaking amazing! Oh my god, so excited. Next up, we have some foiled bookmarks that are inspired by Red Rising. Again, another series that I have not read, but I do intend to at some point, I promise. Holy crap. Okay, I don't know who any of these characters are, so they're not going to mean anything to me, but let me just like... Oh my god, the blue one is stunning. Look at the beauty. Like, I don't know who these characters are, but just the bookmarks themselves are absolutely stunning. Cannot wait to be using those. And finally, we have, these are so cute, travel bottles inspired by Fourth Wing. We've got one for each of the 4 quadrants. I hope that you can see them. This is something, again, that I wanted to invest in myself for any like little bits of traveling. I don't know if you can see. But I've never got around to it. And now we've got little Fourth Wing ones, which I'm sure once I've read Fourth Wing, I will be absolutely obsessed with. This is such a cute item. Oh my god. And the last one. Those ones will definitely be getting stored away for my next trip because airport liquid things stress me out. I really don't fly that much, so when I do, yeah, it stresses me out. So this is hugely exciting. I cannot wait to use those. Buzzing. Okay. We of course have the tarot cards for the month and the bookmark. I'm just going to show you the book quickly because I think I've been talking for a little while now. And let's see. Oh, you're not ready for these edges. What? How stunning are they? This is If I Have to Be Haunted by Miranda Sun. Your first love will always haunt you. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my god, it has ghosts in it. Okay, well, this could be added to the October TBR. Look at those end papers. This colour palette is just absolutely everything. Look at the character art on the naked hardback. Oh my goodness. I am obsessed. I think this might actually be one of my favourite fairyloot editions ever. I just think it's absolutely stunning. The colours, those edges, they've got to be some of my favourite edges ever. Obsessed. Okay, that's getting added to the pile for possible October TBR books. Yeah. Okay, I'm in such a good mood now. I love my little fairyloot packages each month. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and get myself ready to film this October TBR. I do need to wait for my hair to dry because ever since I got it cut short, I feel like if I let it air dry, it looks so much better than if it does if I blow dry it. If I blow dry it, it dries like proper straight and flat. And I'm not about that, so I'm trying to let it air dry and I think it looks much better, but it takes a little bit of time, you know? So I'm gonna go get myself ready, prepared to film my October TBR, and then once that is filmed and edited, I will be jumping right back into Legends and Lattes. I still do really hope to finish that today, so I will give you an update later on. Okay, so to make things a little bit easier for myself, I decided to just pull out all of the books that I feel are sort of appropriate for spooky season for my October TBR. They're all either like horror, thriller, or have some sort of spooky vibe to them. So my plan is to pick my October TBR, hopefully, using the prompts from these stacks. And then I'll probably just leave the stacks out somewhere for the rest of the month as well, just so if I don't really want to pick up anything from my actual October TBR, hopefully I'll still be picking up a spooky book because I'll just reach for these. Fingers crossed, at the moment I am so excited for each and every one of these books, so hopefully that will continue throughout the month. I am going to go ahead and add if I have to be haunted to the stacks right now, I mean, they should really go down there. I'll put it up here just now, but that hurts my brain, so it will be getting moved to the bottom so the things are again in size order. But yeah, super excited for hopefully a lot of these books to be read in October. Filming is finished, so just gonna make some ramen for lunch before I edit. Of course, had to add some veggie gyozas and sesame seeds to the mix, ready to devour this while I watch some Friends. Okay guys, my video is officially edited, uploaded, ready to go live in about 20 minutes. So it is finally time for me to settle down and pick up Legends and Lattes. I'm so excited to continue with this. I really do think I'm going to finish this one today. It is only like 5 past. I've got plenty of time. I'm pretty sure the actual story itself only has like 100 pages left. I think the like main story is like just over 200 pages, and then I think there's like an extra story in the back. I could be just totally making that up, but I swear that this is shorter than I thought it was going to be. I don't think I've mentioned what this book is about in this vlog, but basically, quick synopsis, we are following an orc named Viv who has hung up her blade after years of, I think, being some sort of like bounty hunter. Lots of blood, lots of violence, lots of hard work. She is now giving that up to go and settle down in a town which she has never done before, and she wants to open up her own coffee shop. And this is a world where people have not heard of coffee shops, they don't even know what coffee is. So this is no easy feat for Viv. But this is her dream. She is settling down and she is meeting a few fun and unlikely characters along the way. And like I said, this just gives all the cozy vibes, very low stakes, perfect for this afternoon. It's exactly what I'm feeling. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back to this one. Guys, we've been so naughty this weekend. Not only did we get a Chinese for dinner last night, we got a Five Guys for dinner tonight. And more Friends for me. Alrighty guys, I'm on page 169 and I realised this book is actually 265 pages. The main book is 265 pages and then there's like an extra story at the end that's between 30 and 40. So of the main book I have just less than 100 pages to go, but then I also have those 30 to 40 pages at the end and I am so tired. It is only like 7:30, but I could feel my eyes starting to close. I don't know why I'm so tired at this time. I got a really good sleep last night, so I really don't think I should be this exhausted. But I decided to come through here, get in my chair, be with my books. I've got a little ASMR room on here. I'm hoping that's going to stop me from just putting the book down and sleeping, because I still really do want to finish this one tonight. I don't think we'll be moving on to the audiobook today. That is just going to have to like go unfinished, but I do only have like 2 hours of it left, so it will be finished within the next couple of days. So the main goal now is just to finish this book, which should be doable. I'm just so tired. And the thing about this book is I am enjoying it and it is cozy and an easy read and I enjoy that aspect of it, but because it's so low stakes, it's not like gripping, it's not like a page turner, there's nothing that is keeping me hooked on the edge of my seat really wanting to finish it. It's just sort of like an easy, charming read, which is fine. I just, one, don't think it's the right thing for me being so tired right now, because I feel like I need something that's going to like enthrall me. And secondly, it's just like, I'm enjoying the book, but it feels like it's probably going to be a 3-star read for me, purely because it's just my taste. I think I just need something that is a little bit more fast-paced, has a little bit higher stakes. And I think I said this in the last vlog where I was reading this book as well, like it's just a fun, cozy time. But that 100% just comes down to taste, because I know so many people absolutely adore this book. And I do really love so many aspects of it, particularly Thimble. Thimble is my favourite character in the world. He is absolutely adorable. I just want to like hear about him constantly. Whenever he's not on the page, I'm a little bit sad. So I'm gonna sit here, put my ASMR room back on, and try not to fall asleep before I finish this book. I just sat and scrolled for about 15 minutes after I finished doing that vlog clip. So we're gonna go ahead and pop on this app, we're gonna plant a tree, and we're gonna hope that this will make me focus for this whole 30 minutes on this book. Let's plant. Alright guys, happy Monday. I am happy to report that I did end up finishing Legends and Lattes last night, and I'm going to give this one 3.5 out of 5 stars. The last quarter of the book definitely bumped it up a half star. It still doesn't feel quite 4-star vibes to me, but the last quarter of the book was 100% my favourite part of the entire book. I loved how everything was wrapped up in this one. I loved the character arcs for everyone in this and what we found out about them and who they were towards the end of the book. I absolutely loved the found family aspect to this. I loved the romance. I would actually really like to see more of the romance if possible. I know there's a prequel coming out for this, but honestly I would not say no to a sequel. I loved all of the characters by the end, and I think the way that Travis Baldree wrapped up all of their storylines was so well done. But I have to say Thimble is still my favourite character. I adore him. He is probably now one of my favourite like cozy fantasy characters, and again I would love to see a sequel so that I can see more of him. But I'm gonna go 3.5 stars just purely down to taste. Like I said before, my personal taste leans more towards sort of more fast-paced, intense, exciting, edge of your seat storylines, and that is not what this book is supposed to be at all. So that's not a criticism of this book, it's purely just what I prefer to read about. This is exactly what it says on the tin. It is such a cozy time, there are no shocking surprises, it's just so easy to read and really is just like a warm hug. And I do think I will end up rereading this one. It feels like the sort of book I could reread every autumn because it's just that perfect cozy autumn mood, and there's always going to be a time where I'm looking for that sort of vibe every year. So I definitely think this is one that I will reread many times in the future and will definitely enjoy. And I'm so glad that I finally read this. I'm also so happy that it was the first pick for mine, Maddie and Christy's new little besties book club. I feel like it was such a good one to start with, and I think we all had very similar opinions on it as well, which was so nice. I sadly did not manage to listen to any more of my audiobook, I Know Who You Are by Alice Feeney, but like I said, I've only got like 2 hours left of that, so I do not see there being any issues me finishing that next week or this week coming in my current timeline. But I did end up finishing 2 books this weekend, which I am so happy with. So let's just do a quick wrap up before I finish the vlog. The first book that we finished in this vlog was The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead. I gave that one 4 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. Super dark, super twisted, loved the cult aspect to it, and found it so interesting how manipulative human beings can be, and just so interesting what we can do to each other's minds. I also don't think I mentioned when I was reviewing this one that the twist at the end was a shocking one and not one I saw coming, but one that made complete sense as well. I love when a twist makes sense, but it's still super shocking. So hats off to Ashley Winstead for that one. And then, of course, like I just said, finished Legends and Lattes last night and gave this one 3.5 out of 5 stars. Highly recommend for anyone looking for a good cozy fantasy read. But I will warn you, it will make you crave a cup of coffee and a cinnamon roll. But that is it for this week's vlog. I really hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to let me know down below what you have been reading over the past week, and do let me know any recommendations that you have for me based on what I've said in this vlog. I love love getting your guys' recommendations. If you made it to the end, please do pop the coffee mug emoji down below. Just let me know that you made it to the end and that you enjoyed your time here. But as always, if you did enjoy the vlog, please do give it a big thumbs up, subscribe for more bookish content from me, comment down below with any of your thoughts and feelings. I do reply to every single comment. I love you all and I'll see you in my next one.